Let's talk run defense, though. We knew the run defense was going to be an issue in this game, considering Eric Armstead was out, Javon Hargrave was out. So you got two backup D tackles starting in Kevin Givens and Javon Kinlaw, and then two third stringers playing in T.Y. McGill, practice squad guy, and Kalia Davis, who really has only played a few games in his career. So we knew it was going to be an issue here. The Cardinals don't have much, but they actually have a pretty good offensive line. They're averaging, it came into the game averaging 4.7 yards per carry, which is what the Niners averaged. And they frankly steamrolled the Niners. It didn't matter because the Niners scored 45 points, and you're not going to beat an offense, a team with an offense like this running the ball. You're not. But wow, it was instructive. It was interesting. We learned that the Niners really, 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 really need Eric Armstead. Javon Hargrave's great too, and he's going to be, I mean, he's leading the Pro Bowl voting at D tackle. Armstead isn't. But Hargrave's a pass rusher. He's not anywhere near the run defender Eric Armstead is. Eric Armstead, who doesn't like me at all, I'm just showing you how unbiased I am, is one hell of a player. And it's like his career has changed so much. When he came into the league, he was a third down pass rusher. The Niners didn't trust him to stop the run because he's so high cut. Most D tackles aren't 6'8". There's a lot of leg there, a lot of area for offenses to block you in different combinations. You're a big target. So he was a pass rusher at first. Then when Robert Saleh got here, he's like, man, you can't play D tackle for me. I'm moving you to defensive end. Played him out there for a long time. Finally, a couple of years ago, D'Amico Ryan's like, you know what? I'm going to see what it's like playing him at D tackle all 3 downs. And you know what? He's great at it. You can't run the freaking ball his direction. So if he plays next week against the Ravens, they should be fine. But without Armstead, he really is one of their most valuable players. He's so responsible for their run defense. If they get Hargrave back and not Armstead, I'm curious to see what their run defense is going to be like. Because, like, for example, what was Arizona doing schematically? They're not like the Niners. They're not doing toss to the left and outside zone to the right. They're really more in the shotgun and running zone read, where the running back is running between the tackles and the offensive linemen are just called duo blocking, where there's two double teams at the point of attack. Both defensive tackles getting double teamed. 2-on-1, right up the middle. And you can't move Armstead like that. You can't. You can move Kinlaw like that. You can move most defensive tackles like that, but you can't move Armstead like that. It's going to be how Baltimore attacks him next week. So there's really no schematic adjustment. It's get Armstead back. You know they're going to be 2 double teams at the point of attack. You know Kinlaw is going to get moved around. You know Givens going to get moved around. You know Hargrave is going to get moved around to a little bit, to a degree. Armstead is that important to this team. Without him, they can't really stop the run. Armstead. So got a knee injury. We'll see when he comes back. We'll see how effective he is when he does come back. Sean says, I need to see Cam Newton front and center. He said Brock is a game manager. Greg Jennings as well. He said Murray over Brock is a no-brainer. Clowns. I was really not impressed with Murray today. That being said, if you put Kyler Murray on the Niners and Brock Purdy on the Cardinals, I think the score of this game would have been exactly the same. Is that fair? I think that's Cam's point. Cam's point is, if you took Brock Purdy off this team, how many other quarterbacks in the league could you put on it, and would they still win? I'm thinking 25. Is that wrong? This season flashed before my eyes with about 4 minutes left in the half, says Joshua Wyatt. Kyle still hasn't proven he can keep a running back and a quarterback healthy for a full season. No. That was scary. The idea that he would lose Purdy and McCaffrey in the same series against the Cardinals was, not ideal. Too much sauce. Says C-Mac demanding way too many snaps, it seems. Agree? Yes. It seems pretty clear that Christian McCaffrey is extremely forceful, determined, won't take no for an answer. And the Niners aren't particularly eager to say no to him. He wants to win whatever award he wants this year. Offensive Player of the Year, MVP. And when they're in the red zone, he's not going to let those touchdowns go somewhere. Do you remember how upset he was? Was it last week when he had that 70-something yard run and got tackled at the 3-yard line? Do you remember how upset he was? that Jordan Mason got the touchdown instead of him? Kenny G, do you think our offense could carry in a big game, i.e., Super Bowl, if our defense doesn't come to play? Yeah, because they have a good quarterback. Unless Kyle Shanahan blows it. Matthew Sanders says Jimmy is man, I'm not saying that, man. I'm not saying that. People can read that, but I'm not saying that. I don't know why. I just don't feel like saying it.